Hey guys, welcome back to Senegalese Twisted. Today I'm back again with another review for Maîtresse, the Homme marié. The fourth episode continues with the scene where Mère Diagne and Cheikh are at Lala's, and Cheikh actually twisted Lala's arm. So Mère Diagne is actually fed up with it, and she's asking Lala, or telling Lala rather, that, you know what, Lala, you sleep on this, and tomorrow or when you're done, you come back at me and you ask for my forgiveness. And she even says to Lala that, you know, I like you, or I love you even more than my own kids. And that's why she wants Lala to ask for her forgiveness, because she's thinking that Lala's acting ridiculous. And Lala's actually shouting at Cheikh that only weak men hit their wives or put their hands on their wives or on women, because she's no longer his wife. In a response, Lala tells Mère Diagne that she is not gonna ask for her forgiveness, and that Mère Diagne should not forget that there are a lot of things that Lala taught her, and this pertains to, you know, getting and keeping your man. And that's the moment where Cheikh is like, we are going out, and they leave, and Marème, the maid, is actually so shocked. And I just want to know why she's so shocked, because I think because she feels responsible, because it's all her fault actually. So the next scene is actually really interesting, because it's Mère Diagne's friend with her daughter. And if you watch the intro, you can actually see the names of these actual players, but I believe the woman is called Aminta. And Aminta is telling her daughter, because someone is shouting her name, and she's saying, oh, that's her again. She is so curious. She wants to know everything about you. And she tells her daughter that this is why I tell you to actually get the car, so that we can go do our grocery shopping, because then you can just put everything in the car and nobody will know any of our business. Her daughter is like, oh mom, please don't be like this, don't exaggerate. And the woman actually approaches them and starts talking. So the woman is asking like, how's Mr. J? And she's like, which one? Because I'm single, I divorced him. And what is about this scene is that Aminta is actually expressing that for her, it doesn't matter how many times she'll get married. If it doesn't work out, she's going to divorce. And in Senegal, there's a whole stigma around the divorce thing. And it's also expressed in this scene, because the woman is actually telling her that, Aminta, getting married is not about picking and choosing what you like and going for it. It's about much more. And Aminta is like, if you see a good man who is religious, who wants his wife and doesn't like any problems, send him my way, because that's what I want. And if it doesn't work out, there will be someone else who can take his place. She's actually explaining that she wants a man that also listens to her, but not listens in the sense of like, I have a problem, listen to my problem, but it's like, if I tell him to come, he'll come. If I tell him to go, he'll go. And if not, someone else can take his place. Then the woman also adds to that, you know what, Aminta, you're old now, look at your daughter. And she's actually addressing the daughter and telling her, you should stop taking the pills that you do in order to not get pregnant. And that's like a switch turns on to Aminta, because she's like, hold on, who told you that she cannot have any kids? And the woman actually knows her place, because the first thing she does is apologize to the daughter, and then she leaves. Then you have the daughter and the mom alone, and the daughter is telling her mom that, you know, you should stop telling people that you want to get married. And then Aminta's like, no, if I have to divorce 1,000 times and get married 2,000 times, I will do it. And she's also telling her daughter that this time she found a good man, a good Mr. Gay and Pa Gay. and that he will be a good father to her. The thing in Senegalese culture is really represented in this scene because the way the woman actually just tells the daughter that she should stop taking pills to not get pregnant, that's so rude, but it happens a lot. If people are single and at an age of getting married, people will definitely ask you like, what are you waiting for? When are you gonna get married? Not knowing your current situation, whether you can get married, whether you're in a good place mentally to actually get married. And then again about, you know, having kids and everything, I think that Senegalese people always see having kids as a duty rather than something that you actually want. So if you are Senegalese living in Senegal and you actually do not want to have kids, it's rough out there. I think it's really important for people to mind their own businesses. Then there's a scene with Mommy and Dalanda. And I know a lot of people will think, how is Mommy friends with Dalanda and with Jalika? But I think that this meeting is only here because Mommy is Dalanda's client. Second of all, I think Dalanda arranged this because she wanted to get more information out of Mommy. Because they did not talk about any court stuff with Siaka and everything. So that's why I think that Dalanda put this together to get more information out of Mommy. So the scene goes like this. Dalanda is asking Mommy, like, why does she hold it against me that I want to stay in my marriage? And this is what shocks Mommy, because Mommy's like, say what now? And she's expressing that she doesn't understand. And Dalanda is like, well, I was supposed to get a divorce. However, I ended up forgiving Tairu. After what happened between Tairu and Jalika, I was really set on divorcing him. However, eventually I didn't. And since then, your friend has been harassing me and calling my phone and just stalking me. And then Mommy's like, wait, what? I do not understand where you're going at all. Are you back with Tairu? Yes. And then Mommy's like, are you sure he's telling you the truth about not seeing her anymore? And then Dalanda's like, yes, because he swore to me and he told me that he hasn't heard from her ever since. He told me that she was a mistake. And then Dalanda continues to say that, you know what, I actually feel really sorry for her. At least I have my man back. And then Mommy is like, if you say so, because of course Mommy knows more. Then Dalanda's asking her, oh, do you think he's lying? Do you think I should contact Jalika to know more about what has happened and maybe get the real story? Then Mommy's like, honestly, I do not know. And then Dalanda says something that she has said from the beginning, and it's like, well, at least I am married in an institution or in a contract that is there to protect me. So she's the loser in this whole story, because if I find out that Tairu married Jalika, I will ruin her, because the only thing that I'll do is either win or I'll win. But this is what I don't understand. Dalanda has been married to Tairu. Tairu is the one who actually effed up the marriage by marrying someone else. Then why should she focus on ruining Jalika's life? Because they're both like the victims here. Because he's lying for or to either one of them. And then still Dalanda thinks of ruining Jalika. I thought she was a feminist. I thought she was on the right path, but she's not. There's this crazy scene with Biram and Cheikh, and they're having a meeting because apparently they need to replace someone, and I'm sure that is Rocky. And they're going through a couple of CVs, and every time Cheikh is trying to say something, Biram is interrupting him. He's like defying him. And they are supposed to go through a stack of CVs. There's one that is standing out, and it's a woman's, and they're just discussing whether or not this woman's experience is reliable. And at the end, Cheikh is like, you know what, guys, let's just meet this person for real, ask questions, and find out for ourselves, or decide for ourselves whether or not this person is credible and good for the job. At the end of that scene, it's just Mansoura and Biram. It's just Mansoura again, just trying to hype Biram up to speak up against his brother, to not be seen as the maid or the person that makes everything happen for his brother, is running for his brother. However, his brother cannot, you know, give him the credits or, you know, the right position in the company with responsibility, because he does not esteem himself, his own little brother, the same way that Biram sees Cheikh. Then there's a scene where Lala is at Regina's office, and she's just telling Regina her problem, that her ex-husband did this to her arm, because it's in a casket. And of course Lala is exaggerating, and of course Regina is feeding from it, because she's telling Lala, you know what, woman, this is my specialty. This is what I have studied for. Don't worry about anything. This is a country, we have laws, and a lot of people, they don't know about the laws, but thankfully I know about these laws. And I want to thank you for coming in, because not a lot of people do that. Our country actually has a whole system set up for situations like this. So don't worry about it, because your fight is now my fight. And Lala is also just exaggerating, because she's like, yeah, and my ex-husband did this, and since we've divorced, he's been coming around trying to get the kids, and now he did this, and he has a history of shaming me, cursing me, calling me names, and putting his hands on me. And she's just asking, like, Regina, like, what can we do with this? And at the end, Regina's like, you know what, I think that at the end of this story, his family will end up bringing him meals to jail, because I feel like this man is going to go to jail. Then there's a short scene with Ben, and she's actually preparing dinner. What you see is that she's actually putting something in there, and for those who are wondering, it's traditional medicine. Yes, because in Senegal there are marabouts, and just like mystic people who use traditional medicine to solve problems. So that's what she did. She puts it in there, and Dalanda is supposed to eat it, drink it, shower with it, and also put it in her like body lotion and everything. In Senegal, there are different types of way to actually you know, get like benefits from traditional medicine, because you can shower with it, you can drink it, you can eat it, you can put it in your body lotion, but you can also do, you know, certain sacrifices. Like, for example, you have to buy an egg and put it in the middle of a crossroad, like in the night. It's like traditional medicine. However, there are different types of levels, but there are also different types of things that you can do to benefit from it. And in this case, Ben calls the marabout and asks what she had to do again, because she forgot, and she repeats what the marabout is saying. So it's like she has to eat it, drink it, shower with it, and put it in her body lotion. So what Ben is saying at the end is that Actually, I'm crazy because there are so many people in our country, Senegal, that are using traditional medicine to actually break people up. And here I am, the crazy girl that I am, trying to keep people together. And it's actually so ironic, but honestly, in Senegal, people do it for both ways. So people use traditional medicine to break up with people or to break people up, because usually it's not the people in the couple who do this, but also to keep themselves together with their husband. Because it can be that you live in a situation where you live with a mean mother-in-law or mean sisters-in-law, and they just want to ruin your marriage because they don't think you're good enough for their brother or their sons, and they try to break you up by using traditional medicine. So in that case, maybe you are feeling that these people are out there trying to break up your marriage, and then you go to a marabout and you just ask the marabout, like, isn't there something that I can use to actually keep me and my man's inseparable, and that no bad words, bad tongues, bad omens, nothing can break us up? So that's like two different perspectives, because you can also be the mean mother-in-law or the mean sister-in-law who's like, no, my brother deserves someone way better, so I need to break these people up. So those are the two examples that I have. You can also go there for little things, like if you have an exam that you don't want to fail, you can go and see a traditional medicine man, and he can give you stuff. Then there's a short scene between Biram and Mère Diagne. She's praying. Mère Diagne is just like complaining a bit that she doesn't see him that often, and Biram is like, you know what, mom, I'm actually working. Work is busy, and I'm there every day, and there's so much work to do. And what he's saying to his mom is that, you know what, mom, actually it's better than me being drunk out in the street, partying and doing n'importe quoi. And his mom actually agrees, and however, she is also dealing with another problem, because she's explaining to Biram what happened at Lala's house. And Biram is like, oh my god, how can you guys do this? How can you guys go to her house? But also, how can Lala change up on you? Doesn't she know that you love her more than you love your own children? Mère Diagne actually gives an excuse for Lala, because she's saying, well, the devil has entered. Satan mo dugu. And she's actually saying, or, you know, I think that she's just reflecting on her own life, and she's saying that, you know, I'm sure your father in his grave is actually disappointed of what I have done and how I brought you guys up and everything. And she's just, you know, having a little bit of guilt, and she feels responsible for what's happening in her son's lives. Biram is trying to reassure her that, you know what, wherever my dad is, I'm sure he is thanking you, and he is thankful to you, grateful to you for everything that you've done. Scene in the pool with Mansoura and Hamid. And they're talking about victory, they're celebrating, there are strawberries, there's champagne, and they're just talking. And Hamid is saying, well, your stupid boyfriend has called me even without a prompt. And she's also telling him about her victory at work, because they chose the CV that she wanted them to choose. And then Hamid is like, well, how did you do that? And she's just telling him that she played like the jealous girlfriend card, because at the meeting, Biram was like, well, she's actually really pretty, and Mansoura was just on his neck about, why do you look at her beauty? Just look at her CV and the content of it. And apparently that's her victory. That was the card that she needed to play in order for him to choose this person. And it worked, and Hamid is like really impressed by that. And then he gets a call, and in that call it's like, yeah babe, I'll be home soon, do you need something from the store or anything? I'll be there, I love you. Mansoura is like, well, you need to not get too attached over there either, because you're gonna break up with that person really soon. And I really want to know who is this person. Also, they talked about actually taking everything from Biram and Cheikh. So I think they are planning big schemes, and I really want to know as well who is the person that they're gonna hire for the company, because so many things are happening and I just want to know. And then there's the scene with Jalika and Taihu, because apparently Taihu is a good cook and it looked really nice. And Jalika comes in and she tastes. She got a lot of presents. She got a gold chain, she got earrings. I'm sure it goes with the bracelet as well. She got clothing and some other stuff. And he's apologizing and he's saying that, you know what, this is our house and I want peace and love in our house. The stability that I want for our relationship, I feel like you are the only one that can give that to me. And after all this talking, Jalika is just telling him that, you know what, it's good, I believe you, I love you. Dalanda calls and Tyro's like really reluctant to pick up, because he feels Jalika's eyes on him on the phone, and you can actually read Dalanda or Da Bonbon something. Like that's her name. Like that's the name that he picked for her. And he can feel it and he's just ignoring, and eventually Jalika is telling him to just pick up, that he needs to act like a normal person because it's his wife, she's pregnant, she has his 2 kids, so he should act like he's a normal man that actually loves his family and his wife. So he picks up. Dalanda is telling him that one of the kids, Mam Binta, feels unwell and if he can pick something up at the pharmacy. And he tells her that, no, I'm busy, I can't. And before he can say something else, Dalanda hung up the phone. Then Jalika is like, hold on, what happened? What did she say? What did she want? And he's just telling her what she wanted. Then Jalika's like, so what? Why can't you do it? And he's like, I'm busy. And she's like, busy doing what? Is there anyone out there more important than your daughter? And she's just actually pushing him to actually do it. And her reason for it is that Dalanda does not know what is actually going on, and then he should actually act as if it's normal for him to actually live alone but not have a wife, because normally he would just pick it up, right? And she's also saying that, you know what, don't think that if you are picking this up that you're hurting my feelings, or don't tell them that you can't do it because you think it will make me feel good, because this is not acceptable. And I think that's a good thing for Jalika to say. However, still the whole situation, it's icky, it's nasty, it's no. So Jalika tells him, call her back and tell her you're on your way. Taihu asks her if she wants to come along, and Jalika's like, wait, what? And then he's like, no, it won't take long, you can just wait in the car and it will be good. And so they go there. However, they did not know that Marabou Ben was making something that has a lot of power and that Tairu would not come back. Also, Dalanda was like, she looked really good and she was just ready to go, because she was like, oh, and what do you think about my strategy to get you to this house? And then she picks up the medicine, she takes his car keys, put it in her boobs, and she's like, you can just come get them. And he's stuck at the house. At the same time, Jalika is trying to call him, but then the phone is in the car, and she gets out of the car. She walks to the house and she's reluctant to do this, but something in her is like, just go there. And at the same time, Tairu is trying to negotiate with sexy Dalanda Bonbon, and he is trying to get her to give the keys back so that he can get his phone. But she's like, you know what, let me just get your phone for you. And then it's like Jalika comes. She's like, I think she's like at the front door, and I think that Friday is gonna be so juicy because Dalanda is gonna open up the door and Jalika is gonna be standing there, or it's going to be like very differently, and that is gonna be the twist. Thank you guys for watching. That was the 4th episode of the 3rd season of Maîtresse de Homme marié. And can it be Friday yet? Because I want to know how it's gonna end up with Jalika and Dalanda, if they're gonna see each other there. But also I'm very curious as to how Mommy is going to react the first time she's gonna see Jalika again, because all the lies, like, it's too much. And yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, you can ask them below. Yeah, see you guys on Friday or Saturday.